The Premiership hangover is alive and well for the Tasmania JackJumpers. They are struggling this season, especially on the scoring end. Now I'm going to preview their Friday night matchup against the Sydney Kings. They're playing in the Silverdome in Launceston, but I just don't think they have what it takes. Sydney are going to cover the line. I've got two player props as well to deliver. So hang with me in this short video and we'll dive into the numbers and see if these ones match up. Now, we have Sydney and Tasmania. Tassie won the comp last season. They had a fabulous run and they're here now and 2-3. So it's not a bad record. If they had maybe won one of those games that they lost, they would be sitting quite high and maybe looks different. But the stats tell a very worrying story. They cannot score the ball. They are 10th in scoring this season in the NBL, putting up only 79.6 points per game in their first 5 games. Now contrast that to Sydney, who are 3rd in the league at scoring 91.3 points per game. Sydney are also the 3rd best defensive team, and up until last weekend, Tassie were the best defensive team, but they allowed Illawarra to put over 100 points on them. They're now down to 4th in opposition scoring. Now, the Sydney Kings are riding the coattails of Xavier Cooks back in the NBL and doing a fantastic effort. He's one of my first player props. I'm going to get him to score 20 plus points in this game. Now, he is scoring 18.7 points per game on average and shooting a field goal percentage of 63.2%. So he's getting down in the paint and putting those points up. And coming up against now Tassie, who are one of the worst, or probably the worst team actually in the league, allowing their opponents to score points in the paint, giving up 48.4 points per game. So locking Xavier Cooks as my first player prop to score 20 plus points. Now the second player prop, it's Keli Leaupepe. He has clutched 10 rebounds in his last 2 games, and he's just coming into his role within this Sydney Kings team. Coming up against one of the worst rebounding teams in the league in Tasmania, I think Keli Leaupepe can drag in 8 plus rebounds. You're getting a really good number. I found him for over $4 for this one. So it's a bit of a long shot, but not really if you're looking at his recent form. So we have the Sydney Kings to cover the line, 4.5 points. I don't think they're going to have a problem covering that as one of the best scoring teams in the league against one of the worst scoring teams in the league. Tassie will not be able to score against this elite Sydney defense. 2 player props, Xavier Cooks, over 20 points, Keli Leaupepe, 8 plus rebounds. Enjoy your NBL weekend.